A few months back, my friend Cosmoronic and I decided to challenge each other. Review a game of the other's choice that takes no more than 10 minutes or so to play, and is preferably a free game. I chose to give him Death Trips, while he gave me this game, Pineapple on Pizza. The worst thing you can put on a pizza. Now, my wife and I have debated this subject several instances. She loves it, and I hate it. Don't get me wrong, I get the idea behind it. You've salty ham, very savory, and you have sweet pineapple. Various taste receptors are going off all at once. It's supposed to be this wonderful, tasty treat. I'd rather do dark chocolate with sea salt, but that's just me. Some people like it. You're welcome to like it. It's really not my bag. Although that does remind me of a story. There was a time when I was younger and broke, as opposed to now in which I am older and broke. At times, I would be so broke that when I opened my wallet, I'd see the skeletons of the moths that were supposed to fly out. I would go to a place called Cici's Pizza. For the uninitiated, Cici's Pizza is a restaurant that serves all-you-can-eat pizza. That's right. You had your choice of pepperoni, cheese, supreme, meat lovers, and even a dessert pizza. Do you want a salad or a soup? Well, of course you don't. You go there for pizza. You don't go for soup and salad. The other two are available, but pizza. Now, it might be middling this side of Chuck E. Cheese, but who cares? It's pizza, and it's all you can eat. America! Cici's had a rule where you could go and request a slice of customizable pizza. You'd ask an employee, and they'd make a whole pizza with the ingredients that you wanted on it. They'd give you a slice or two, and then they'd set the rest out for everyone else. So I had an idea. I asked for pepperoni and jalapeno. You may be asking, well, why did you ask for jalapeno? The answer is they didn't have anchovies. Yes, I eat anchovies on pizza, and I realize that some will say that I have no reason or right to talk about pineapple with my choice of toppings, and that's fine. But I did this for a reason. You see, who's going to eat a pizza with pineapple and jalapeno other than me? So what did they do? Well, they'd give me the slice of pizza on a plate, and then they would give me the rest of the pizza in a box. That's right, folks. I gamed the system. Although I'm pretty sure they don't do this anymore. And I may or may not be the reason why. But we need to talk about a video game. So let's take a look at this. Pineapple on Pizza was made by Major Ariato. I probably mispronounced that, and if I did, I apologize. I think this is mostly a one-person show. It looks like 4 individuals made this, and if so, that's pretty impressive. And look at the tagline for this company, video games that ruin lives. I always thought that was Electronic Arts' motto. And they have 7 games in total. The last was in March 2025, and I hope that's not a bad sign. There was 2 years between that and Pineapple on Pizza, so I'm guessing the next game will be in March 2027. At least that's what I hope. So let's take a look at this game. Well, the logo is kind of colorful, and what's this tagline? Can a video game convey a flavor? Huh. Okay. So we really are running with the pizza controversy. Let's load into the game and see what we've got. Now, the graphics are simplistic. They kind of have this Roblox feel to it, but honestly, for a game like this, I'm not expecting anything great. There's a lot of fluidity to the characters. There's it works. I'm not expecting graphics that will have your processor glowing like the flames of Amon Amarth. Still, the movement's crisp. The music is extremely upbeat. It's an earworm that plays on repeat throughout the game, but you're not going to mind. And so you see the vibrant colors, the happy villagers blissfully dancing, the upbeat music, and I gotta be honest with you, I can only think one thing. I'm going to be sacrificed to a volcano, aren't I? You see, I've been on this earth for 42 years, and to be frank, I've played way too many horror games, I've played way too many meme games, I have played one too many video games where you're headed in one direction, all of a sudden the game does a 180, and you're off in some sort of weird territory. But just in case I'm wrong, let's explore this island. Everyone on this island is living their best life. They've not experienced the horrors of capitalism and Elon Musk. Sure, someone might get tossed into an earthen furnace annually to keep Te Fiti from getting angry. But let's not consider the other one. We don't need to get depressed. Let's just focus more on this island. The people here are in a state of bliss, and I'm actually jealous of them. You've got this island's Richard Simmons helping other villagers sweat to the oldies. Actually, everyone's dancing, I guess, save for us. But despite this, there's a lot to explore on this island, as it features 16 achievements, if 100%ing this is your thing. Most of it is about discovering certain things on this island, like, look at this elderly couple here on the beach. Look, a woman is here holding a baby. And look at this turtle, he's even in on all this. Some achievements are attached to other things, but I really don't want to spoil anything. But this really does help pad out the experience of the game. I could beat this game probably in 2 minutes or more. But you're looking at getting all of the achievements, finishing the game twice. We're talking maybe somewhere around between 20 and 37 minutes. At least 37 minutes is how long it took me to get to everything. You're probably going to be faster than I am. And after we feel satisfied with looking around, we notice there are a few suspicious paths leading up to the mouth of the volcano, and yeah, I was right. If jumping in freezing water is called a polar bear plunge, what would jumping into burning hot lava be? And yes, this is lava. Magma is beneath the Earth's surface, and since this is out in the open, I'm pretty sure this is lava. So what is this called? Oh, splat and burn. Well, that's not funny. Anyway, let's just take the leap, and I guess the volcano is not happy because all of a sudden the volcano starts to rise, and it's taking us with it. And I don't know what's more unsettling, the sounds of the screams with or without the music playing in the background. And we have two options at this point. We can either burn with the rest of the villagers, or there is actual ways that we can escape the island. And maybe we can find a new home with Moana. Hey at this point is probably more or less lava chicken, and Pua is likely a Hawaiian Kahlua at this point. Regardless of what we do, the ending is going to be the same. The camera pans out to the top-down view of the island, which now resembles a pineapple on pizza. By the way, looking at the sharks that are in the water, I guarantee you that the people who escape probably not having the best time either. And so, what's the greater meaning behind a title like this? Let's go back to the tagline on Steam. Can a video game convey a flavor? Can a game be controversial, like pineapple as a condiment? For many, pineapple has come off as an unexpected delight. While pineapple really seems like the antithesis of what would go on a pizza, it turns out to be a pleasing experience. Well, for some, in this game, you're exploring this island, and let's be frank, towards the end of it, you ruin the lives of an entire island. But how do we ultimately feel when it's over? We're pleased with ourselves and the experience of this game. Or maybe this could be what they're trying to say. Can a game be savory, salty, and sweet at the same time? Well, yes. When you first open the game and start moving around, the sweetness is on full display. You see an extremely happy civilization enjoying life. They're celebrating the possibility of a bountiful harvest. And the savory comes as the lava starts to overflow. The eruption pretty much destroys all lives on this island. Doesn't matter whether it's plant, beast, or human. And again, we have to keep those sharks in mind. There's very little chance of anyone surviving. And it reminds us that life is a precious balance that we often take for granted. Things can go very well for a short period of time, but all it takes is one thing to bring the savory, the salt, into our lives. I feel like I'm really just kind of blowing smoke at this point, and really and truly like I may be grasping at straws. It could just be that the devs wanted to show you an island that looks like a slice of pineapple on pizza. But in closing, I have one question. If there's a woman holding a baby, and this baby/child may be killed in the process of this lava flowing, then we have a child death in this game. Does that mean that every indie game at some point becomes Five Nights at Freddy's?